you're waiting, but the food ain't good in front to cook. So started doubting, but you know it's going in the books. Hey, hey, I know you fucking with the shit. Hey, hey, I know you fucking with the click.
What up? How's everyone doing, man? It's myself, Tony Slumz, producer, writer, engineer, and we got the boy.
Yo, what's happening, Omar? How's it going? Welcome to the IE podcast. IE music.
Producer,
I'm glad that you put the IE, or we brought the IE music back.
Music podcast, man. And today's episode is brought to you by
Tamales,
man.
Pre-Thanksgiving.
I like tamales.
You know, do you guys do?
Do you know, like when I told people that, they're like, "You're not even Mexican,"
Yeah.
But I like the tamales de dulce. I like the one with the raisins in
Oh,
it.
the bomb
I
too.
like the sweets,
Yeah. Do you guys do tamales Thanksgiving and Christmas, or do you guys wait till Christmas?
All of them.
All
No.
of them?
No. My family, my tias in LA, I think they be touching on the tamales in Thanksgiving for sure. Christmas and New Year's,
Right.
like that's guaranteed. You have
New
to
Year's
knock
too.
it out. Yeah. Well, I mean, it just transitions. Like you have the leftovers from the Christmas ones, and then you probably make like one or a little bit more extra for New Year's, and you just heat them up. Like eating tamales.
All right.
Just
So this is a pre-tamale season.
Pre-tamale season, man. What's your guys' favorite tamale? Let us know
If you guys fuck with tamales or not.
You know what I mean? Which is cool because that's one of the things I wanted to talk about was and it was funny because I had sent you the message earlier. Like it was literally like I was staying up and I'm like, fuck, I wanna think of stuff to talk about. Especially because we're doing this weekly now. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be not to say repetitive, but because the thing is we will
Be repetitive?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's more real than repetitive.
The thing is, if we don't know what we're gonna talk about, we will eventually fall into repetitiveness.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, let's just wing it. Eventually, the winging is like, we're talking about the same thing every time. You know what I mean? And the thing I was thinking about, because I love watching these type of shows. I love food shows, man. Like I get a kick out of them, and not just this is how you cook something. No, you could find that anywhere. You know, you can look up a recipe and boom, 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 stuff like that. I like hearing from the chefs, like especially like the angrier ones or the ones who are like more like into the passion of it, because I feel like music is taking that turn where cooking took. Probably like a few years ago, like when Food Network first started getting up, it was just Food Network. It was like, this is how you cook food.
Right.
And then eventually you had Alton Brown who did Good Eats, and then eventually it's like you're learning the science behind it, and then you started having like little competitions, and then aside from all of that surface fun stuff of cooking, came out these chefs. Anthony Bourdain was a big one. Who this dude got a cosign. Right. David Chang, one of my favorite dudes, he got the cosign from Anthony Bourdain in Mind the Chef the first season. Right. He was the one who was kind of like doing it for KPBS. So out of that surface area came this rise of, for lack of a better term, real chefs, people who were just like, look, this is what cooking means. And aside from just feeding people, they were explaining the love and the pain that come from it. And I feel like producing and creating music is starting to make that same turn. Because
Explain.
All right.
Break it down.
So in order to be a chef, you need a cook. And here's the thing. Anyone can cook if you have a kitchen, which most people should have a kitchen. So anyone can be a chef. If that's your bar of like, what makes you a chef is, I cook food, then anyone can be a chef. What's happening now with production and making music is that anyone can make music now. If you have a cell phone, which if you're listening to this, more than likely you have a cell phone. I don't know how else you'll be hearing this. Or if you have a computer, more than likely you're listening to it from there too. You can make music. Anyone can make music. And it's to the point now where it's not even expensive because there's free apps. If you have an iPhone, it comes with GarageBand. And if you've ever used GarageBand, you can make a whole beat, a whole song, recording everything directly into GarageBand, and you can make a whole beat for free.
Right.
If you have a computer, there's a website called soundtrap.com. It's made for students, but anyone has access to it. You can record and you can collaborate with people by just sending them the Soundtrap file, and they'll be able to open it and they can add MIDI. You can record wave. You can record vocals using your own computer microphone. and you can export the stems
Right.
and send it to someone who has a professional studio or a semi-professional studio, and they can mix the stems down for free. Like all this is free. So producing is like a kitchen. Like your phone is your kitchen.
Right.
Like, boom, right here. I'm gonna start making a beat right now. Boom. You
Yeah.
can open it up. You can download a bunch of free apps, and you can start making a beat. You know what I mean? So
The tools are there.
everything's
The tools
there.
are there.
So what makes the problem that comes from that, because it's so easy, it's so unattainable, you'll have two things happen. One is people who struggle doing it, like, yo, I had to go through this. I had to, like
Yeah.
that old head, I had to walk 10 miles to get to school, type stuff. They'll hate it.
Right.
They'll dislike it. They'll say it's cheap. They'll
Why? Because it's not that. It's not.
because it's too easy. Oh, anyone
Wow.
can make beats, which is true.
Right.
Anyone can make beats. Same like anyone can cook an egg.
Right.
Like it's not difficult. The difficulty is the nuances, is the sound, is the quality of it. If I make the movie The Chef movie, you seen that one with Jon Favreau?
It's a new. No, I wanted to watch it.
Dude,
It was fucking
such a good
badass.
movie.
Yeah.
So
Didn't really
there's
know,
a scene-
It won an award or anything, or did it?
I don't know. Probably not.
Couple years back.
It was so
Yeah.
good though. It was.
Damn, I should
It's
watch
so
that
good. So there's a scene there where the dude's making a grilled cheese sandwich, and it's an iconic scene. Like it's so good. This dude is literally it's just bread and cheese, but the love that he's putting into
passion.
it, the passion
yeah.
into it is like I've never made a grilled cheese sandwich look that good, that delicious, and that's the difference between someone who's just making food and someone who's a chef,
Right.
who this is the only way I know how to explain how I feel about the people I feel about.
Right. Well, then comes the personality. You know,
Exactly.
You know, the music, creativity, the content. Then comes the personality. So you bring it back to these guys. Bourdain was a personality.
Exactly.
His personality sold past the chefiness.
And because he cared about it.
Yeah.
Like he had people, like he had his own criteria of, if I like you,
Yeah.
then you're good. You're good money. Whereas if he didn't like you, he didn't bite his tongue either. It was just like, I don't fuck that dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He moved on.
He moved on.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, nah, like let them do what they want to do. But that I don't care enough about them to do it. And so that's where this producing is in that same element right now. Like it's growing, and you're seeing a lot of the superficial stuff. You have and it's going past American Idol. It's going past The Voice. It's going past just the person in front of the camera singing or performing. Now people want to know who cooked it, who
Yeah.
made the sauce, who did that. Now you have Metro Boomin, you have Murder Beats, you have all these producers are starting to grow, and then you have
Produced
people
by.
produced by, and
parentheses.
they themselves are starting to grow into artists
Yeah.
as themselves, which is one of the reasons why I got into producing was I hated being an artist. I didn't know, like, my fear was, oh, I'm gonna make a great song, it's gonna blow up, and I'm gonna have to keep doing that same song.
Yeah.
Like it just makes my skin crawl. Like I hate my music as soon as I'm done with it. Like I just want to put it out. So being a producer was like behind the scenes. It was more inviting to me. And now producers are starting to turn to artists.
Right.
So now I started touching engineering because it's like, no, I want to go further behind. Like I like.
But would you say like you saw the future too? Like there's more of a longer run being a producer and
Anyone
engineer.
can rap.
Yeah.
So the reason why I started producing was anyone could rap.
Right.
I could get somebody who didn't know how to rap, and I'll be like, I'm gonna teach you, and I'm gonna teach you how to hit the flow. I'm gonna teach you how to hit the pocket, and you're good money. So I was like, well, not everyone can produce. Now anyone can produce. Anyone can make a beat. I don't want to say produce. Anyone can make a beat. So it's like, dang, I need a.
And it's a longer run in producing. It's the more longer run, longevity.
You can be old. You can be
yeah.
old.
You
Yeah.
can take a break for about a year. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna draw a beat real quick.
Exactly, because you're still getting residual. I mean, if
You don't have to be in the limelight every single time.
exactly, you don't have to unless you want to.
Unless
And
you
if you want to, you can. Like there's elements there. Like you have the
Like Mustard.
or even more Illmind. Like Illmind is a producer who I look up to a lot because he reminds me
Right.
of that
In your
empty-
area. But like saying like the more popish area, more mainstream
Popish,
area.
yeah, exactly.
Mustard would be, he kind of wanted to blow up. He wanted to be there. Hey, this is how I made this beat. Yeah,
exactly. And then Illmind, the way he did it, he got in with like J. Cole.
Yeah.
He did the Black Panther album and stuff like that. But he started doing the podcasting and everything like that too. And he was very open. Like he reminds me of Anthony Bourdain, where it's very open. It's just very like, this is what it is. This is what I'm putting out the music. Here's what I went through. Here's my advice from my history. And so he kind of started the wave. And then, people started to pick up on it. People are doing the podcasting and stuff like that. But it's getting to the point now where very soon, very, very soon, I can see it. There's going to be like shows directly about the producers and wanting to hear about the producers and want to talk about the producers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting how they create. I mean, it's always interesting.
And Netflix, I would love to host it.
Yeah, I know, right? Shout them out. Yeah, it's dope how they create. I mean, it's always interesting how bands make the music when they're in the, for about a year in the studio, just banging out the drums,
that kind of goes directly into like what was the reason why you started this? Because we're at 103 episodes.
Well, recording, man, like bands, fucking hardcore music, recording bands. That's why I got it. That's why I started this, recording bands. I like the process of it, just like yourself. From day one, okay, 0, let's hit the studio.
Yeah.
All right, what are we gonna do? Let's jam out those old songs we were jamming before. I'm like, no, let's throw that away. Let's start something new. Gotcha. So we hang out with the guys for about what? A month and a half, 2 months, and then fucking build. Exactly. Build. And then, okay, let's fucking jam. Let's record them.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. And then just the whole process of creating,
Gotcha.
drum tracking, guitars, just recording, the recording process. There's a whole process to it.
What year did you start I8?
I8? Was this the recording? That goes back to recording.
No, but what year did you start it?
Oh, what year? I started it 2012. I started a show first, which was just myself. I think I called it like the Omar show. Yeah, just like the Omar house show.
Omar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, coming in kind of like I started that and I was like, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to focus on myself.
Yeah.
I want to focus more on the arts and the creatives and the artists. And I was like, well, let me see. 2013 came around. I linked it with Pablo.
Gotcha.
I linked it with him and we started building, man, from a fucking connection, all the homies. I had a house like yourself, just like you.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I had a house and I left the door open. And I always had the door open.
Yeah.
Something about me is I leave the door open for everybody with homies, people that I know. Come through.
You never know.
What I mean? Yeah. I used to make beats too.
Yeah.
I used to make beats. I used to knock out beats. I used to have alias. I used to have a little drum pad and a mixer. So I used to, prior to that, before 2013, my other homies, we used to make beats and kind of flow. Freestyle.
So why'd you stop?
Podcasting, man. I don't know. I just thought I was like, I think one of them broke. One of my drum pads broke.
Got you.
Yeah, my drum machines broke. I was like, oh shit. Well,
and that was it.
Yeah, and then I was like, I don't want to cop another one. And I was kind of like, at that time I was okay. Well, let me just find some other tracks. So I got into sampling.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try out sampling digitally. You know what I mean? I was let me try to collect these drums from this drum. Okay, who used this drum? You know what I mean? Okay, well, Silence, Cypress Hill, Korn. Who used these drums? They're sampling Drums from Led Zeppelin and all that. I'm like, oh, that's fucking dope. I knew the backstory of hip hop.
Yeah.
My homie, we listened to a lot of hip hop, and I just knew the backstory.
Got you.
So that's a big reason why I started this podcast.
Was just you
wanted
to stay in the music,
in the industry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, in the industry.
Yeah.
Still do something.
Well, I mean, you had to see something. You had to see something that was like worth talking about.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think anyone who's ever been in the room when people are creating, there's two things that happen. One, you get bored as fuck.
Right.
Like, oh my God, dude, we've been hearing the same riff for the last 30 minutes. Can we do something else? Or two, you're the one in love with like if you do this, you change this, like you fall in love with the process and you start hearing the things that everyone else isn't hearing. You start hearing the nuances of it. Like, cause I don't play any instrument. I learned everything just banging on shit and hopefully it sounded good.
But that's an instrument too.
Yeah, and now to me, dude, like you can't tell me that it's not. I mean, I create, and so, but that was the thing. Like, I wouldn't understand. Like, I remember I seen one of the homies playing the piano. I was probably like a junior or sophomore, and homie Jedi, he's in Triple Scoop. Yeah. I remember he was playing the piano. It was the first time I seen someone playing the piano that wasn't reading or playing something that I already knew. It was just kind of freestyling on the piano. And by that time, I was really good at freestyling. I could flow like crazy. To see someone freestyling with their fingers, to me, was mind-blowing. And he did this weird thing where he made it sounded like a bend.
Yeah.
And
That's all it is, freestyle.
Yeah, but like it never...
Clicked.
Like to me,
You
like
thought it was notes.
Yeah,
like
I'm
notes.
like I'm listening. That was probably 2003, 2004. So the biggest piano influence beat at that point was Drake 2001. Tring, tring, tring.
Yeah.
And like to me, it's like, oh yeah, like Scott Storch knew exactly what he was playing as soon as he played it. There's no way he just stumbled upon that.
But he did, right?
I would assume so because I stumble on everything. Like there's no.
I see some videos where
he's just kind of playing around, and
he's
then someone would be
around,
like, "Oh, yo,
smoking.
that's good." Like play it going. But like I didn't. It never made sense to me. Like how do you not? Like how do you just know what to hit? But it's because I didn't know scales. I didn't know music theory. I didn't know anything. I knew how to sample. I knew how to chop up samples, and even with that, I knew how to sample 4 bars.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know. The Dilla technique of chopping up kicks and snares and then repurposing them as a completely different melody. I didn't know that yet. Like it was just here's
That's the
4 bars.
part about it.
Yeah,
is that you can do different things.
Yeah, here's 4 bars on a loop. Cut the low end, add your drums over it, and yeah, you're done with the beat. Which is the laziest way you could do it. I mean, sometimes you get really lucky and you get a sick ass 4 bars. But the thing is, like I was getting all of my samples from YouTube. And they were all oldies I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody's done this shit.
It's a trip because remember the transition between drum pads into the digital to like guitar or the digital one? Yeah, Fruity Loops. Mm-hmm. Some of the old heads hated that.
A lot of people did.
So you're okay. See that now makes sense. That's right. Because
I started digital. I started
Did
on
you?
FL Studio. I didn't touch any hardware at all.
Something about the local heads in El Centro. Some of the old producers.
Under CMCs?
Yeah, I would say under CMCs. You know, some of them were just banging out, and then some of the new cats started like doing digital stuff, Fruity Loops and stuff, and like they're kind of like, oh, this fool's a real producer or whatever.
Exactly.
And then it's like now everyone's doing it.
And of course, and now the people who
Trip.
who started on FL Studio 4
Right.
when it was still Fruity Loops, they might look at the people who start off on FL 20 and be like, anyone can make a beat on there.
Right.
Like I graduated to da-da-da-da-da. Like I started on FL Studio. From FL Studio, I went to Machine. I didn't look back after that. Because I fell in love with the hardware. Because I was always, I was always scared of it. I was always scared of the hardware. Because I'm like, no, like that's a real, like to me, it's like that's a real producer. A real producer uses hardware. And I never saw myself as a real producer. I saw myself as a dude who fucked around and made some beats.
Yeah.
Like I just happened to be the only one. Like when the homie LBS quit, it was me and Milio wasn't trying to learn. So it was like, well, shit, I got to start learning how to make these beats. But we're still looking for beats on YouTube and stuff like that. And then after that, it was like, well, I have to learn how to record because we still want to continue making music. So I had to learn that shit. Like it's kind of like, again, going back into the cooking aspect of it, it's, I made something, people like it, but people want more. So it's like, okay, well, shit, I got to start learning more. I got to start building up more. I got to start flexing more.
Yeah.
And then it goes from, oh, I'm cooking for my friends, I'm cooking for my family, to I'm cooking for my friends, to then I'm cooking for my friends' friends, and they're paying me now, and they're giving me orders, and I'm still cooking for my house, to then eventually it's like, okay, I can make my own menu. I can text 10 people, this is what my menu is, and I know out of those 10 people, 5 people are going to say yes, and those 5 people are gonna also tell another person. So I'll still be able to sell my 10 plates.
Right.
I don't have to worry about that. But then what ends up happening is, oh shit, I sold the 10 plates and I still got 5 more people coming in. I'm like, okay, well now I got to make more food for them. And then you slowly get that buildup. You get that buildup of like, it's a demand, and it's very local, so to speak. You know, people are demanding for your food. They're demanding what you do. They're demanding what you love. And it starts building.
Because you already served the plate.
Because you already served the plate. And the thing is, especially if you're feeding the people at lunch hour, you got a homie who went to McDonald's, and then I got you coming out with a white styrofoam plate, and your shit is killing mine. And how much did you pay for it? Nah, F that noise. I paid $10 for nuggets. I remember when that shit was only $6. You pay $7 and you got a real home cooked meal.
Yeah.
Who's your guy? I want his stuff now. Boom.
Right.
Same like Black and White Coffee. Black and White Coffee started off like that. You know what I mean?
People want better shit. Yeah.
Like Black and White Coffee literally started from this girl. I think it was an old girl or the husband. They would go home, like practically door to door. Yo, we got coffee.
Right.
Boom. All right, cool. Then they got picked up by certain people, and then it was like, yo, we want your coffee. We're not gonna go to Starbucks. Can you bring it to us? All right, cool. Bet. Boom. So they did that. So they started delivering coffee, which is mind blowing. That no one's done that.
Delivering coffee and shit.
Delivering coffee,
Yeah.
just coffee. I'm just delivering coffee.
Right.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
But when you think about like, all right, cool. If I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to go work at construction, I don't want to stop by 7-Eleven and make my own coffee when I can't make it as good as these dudes. And these dudes are going to deliver it to me. Yeah, cool. I'll pay it. Bet, run that.
A little fee.
And then from there, and now they're at the mall.
Yeah.
They're at the mall and they're still delivering coffee. So they didn't forget what got them started. So they still deliver coffee. And I only know they still deliver coffee because I seen one of them deliver it when I was at Costco. And I'm like, get out of here.
You talking about local stuff, right? Black and white coffee? You talking about
Black
the one
and
in the
white
mall?
coffee.
I was just pretending I knew what the fuck you're talking about. You're talking about the one right here at the mall. Yeah, okay.
The one at the mall.
Oh, they were local.
They're hella local.
Yeah?
They're still local.
Oh shit.
And they still deliver
So you're
coffee.
saying, and then they got their place at the mall, and now they just want to.
And they still
stick to
deliver
the
coffee.
roots.
They still ain't forgot about what got them the place at the mall.
Yeah.
Like
Damn.
their story to me is crazy.
I was thinking the rifle coffee. Isn't there a rifle coffee?
I don't know.
Black rifle? Probably tripping.
Black Rifle, probably. It
Yeah.
sounds either racist or coffee. It's either one of the two.
But that's fucking dope. I mean, that's fucking dope. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So it's like it, and a producer can start the same way. Like I started making beats for my circle.
Right.
All right, cool. I
Right.
made beats for my friends. Some of them liked it, some of them didn't. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like, all right, I'm not gonna stop because I don't know how. I've tried quitting. So then it starts going to like, hey, yo, my boy wants a beat from you. Oh shit! All right, cool, man. Yeah. So now I have to make a store because I have too many people hitting me up for beats that are may not make because I don't make everything.
Yeah. How did you come up with that store? I think Randy posted something about he was looking about a store. And that's another, that's another question.
But he's doing
like,
stores with Big
clothing.
Cartel. He's doing shirts
Yeah.
and gear.
So you just need something smaller for what you're doing?
Mine's just Beats. So I use
Okay.
BeatStars. BeatStars, solid app. By the way, they got a new, if you guys are producers and you guys are looking to start up your own store, like to start selling beats, use BeatStars. They are insanely good. So with them is I pay $20 a month.
Right.
You can do it for free. But I pay $20 a month because I have over 150 beats in there. And that's it. I just have my beats there. That's
Right.
my menu, so to speak.
Oh, you keep adding and adding, or do you delete some?
Consistently stay adding. I don't delete anything.
If they buy, you delete it?
Only if they buy the exclusive, which I've sold one exclusive.
Right.
My exclusive are 300.
Right.
But everything's like I have in the leases and all that stuff.
And is that like industry price?
No, and this
See, all that shit
we got to talk
matters
about that
too,
on
right?
another. That's a whole nother.
Right?
Like flesh out
Trip.
conversation and stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
So I have my beat store.
Yeah.
This is where for lack of a better term, in the black and white coffee parallel, I am now delivering consistently, but I
Okay.
don't have a brick and mortar yet.
Right.
It's just people know me. They can share my link and they can grab a beat from me. So that's where I'm at in their parallel. They're way up here. I'm still here in the middle. You know, way down. Actually, probably lower here in their parallel. From here, the fingers crossed, what you want next is that, all right, I have my beat store.
Yeah.
Either an artist I've developed, you know all the artists I've developed,
Right.
the people I work with, hits the lottery. Meaning they hit a song that becomes global, viral, even if it's only for 30 days, a 1 month cycle. The song hits. From that, because I produced it and I mixed it and I engineered it and everything like that, people are going to come to me. They're going to come to my store and they're going to I want a Milio type beat. And this dude makes all of Milio's beats. So clearly, I'm going to buy his beats. You know what I mean? Kind of like the dude who did 6ix9ine's beat, he popped up because of that. Right. Or even Lil Nas X's producer.
Right.
So
type beat.
Exactly. It's a type beat, but I mean type.
And that's
beat,
something you introduced me to.
Yeah, type beats is just a way.
Fuck,
it's a way to It's a way to explain what your beat is without having to sit there and be like, all right, it's a melodic.
So I never knew cats would ask, hey, let me get that type of beat. That's kind of corny to me.
It is, but it's
to me.
not.
But I'm just like, oh shit! Like
When you
why-
think
like,
about it,
why you want to
it's-
sound like somebody else?
Because you already sound like somebody else.
Okay.
If you go to a restaurant,
Yeah, you were saying that last time.
Yeah, if you go to a restaurant you've never eaten at, and they sell burgers, and you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna get. You have a go-to menu that is like, yo, they can't fuck this up.
Right.
So it's like, oh, if I go to a Mexican restaurant, and
Like
I
when I
don't
listen
know
to your
it,
beats, I turn my type beat off. I don't want to listen to your. I don't want to compare
'Cause
your
you
beats
know me.
to nobody else.
because you know me, but I still use type beats.
Yeah, you told me that before.
Yeah, I still use type beats because not everyone knows me.
I do
So
that
I have
with
to.
every music though. When I listen to music, I don't listen to comparison to somebody else. I listen to as fresh new start.
But if you're creating and like you're starting off fresh,
Okay, creating.
the creating aspect is like, okay, I have this somber, I have this like boom bap. So I have this song in my head that's gonna be kind of gritty, but I kind of want to sing on it a little bit. Like instead of typing in gritty type beat or something like gritty beat, like it's hard to explain it. But if I go, oh, I want a J. Cole beat, it's the exact same thing I asked for. It just it cuts through it sooner. You know what I mean? It takes away all of the explanations, and it's just like, oh, I have like a J. Cole kind of song. You know what I mean? That was the influence of it. Or even if you just have like an influence of music, like, so it's like, oh yeah, I know that beat. The problem with my shit is I grew up like the type beats that I make aren't famous people. Like if I really went type beats, my type beats are Atmosphere, Brother Ali, still underground shit.
Yeah.
Like I like that's in my DNA. The songs that I write are very influenced by that. So a lot of the beats that I make are influenced by that or by the people who come in. Like I make a lot of Youngmanners type beats and Milio type beats, but those dudes ain't.
See, I don't know that yet. I don't know what type of manner type beat is.
It's
That for me,
it's a little bright. It's a little bright with a lot of texture.
Nearly, I would say yeah, because he's more dark.
Dark,
tone,
exactly.
Battle Within. Battle Within. He's more dark.
So exactly what you're saying. That's what a type beat is.
Okay.
It's just cutting through it.
Right.
Like, all right, cool. Like if I want
So what's the difference between a genre and a type beat?
a genre,
Well, I know the
type
difference,
beats
but-
within a genre.
Okay.
So I mean, but it's just another way of saying
Pop
genre.
Okay.
Yeah, genre is like a big umbrella.
Yeah.
A type beats like a sub genre. I guess probably the best way.
And is that why so many people get sued or for like if they make a beat and or track like Taylor Swift or somebody, like, few people get sued,
If you're using the same thing and you're
A rhythm.
sampling them, yeah.
a rhythm over rhythm?
No, not rhythm. It have to be elements.
Right. I heard
So
that
it has to
the
be-
interview with Pharrell and Rick
That
Rubin.
one was trash.
It was a trash interview, but what I mean?
They got him for a feeling,
Exactly.
which is dumb because every
A
music
feeling.
every music is channeling a feeling. Like you're always channeling a feeling. It'd be like, all right, look, these dudes are making sandwiches.
Right.
It'd literally be if they got sued by Subway because Subway got the rights to
they have
sandwiches. Like,
sandwiches.
get the fuck out of here, my guy.
Yeah.
Everyone makes sandwiches. Everyone makes beats. Everyone makes boom baps. Like, if I'm really gonna boom, boom, clap, boom, to boom, clap, that's fucking practically boom bap shit. Like, it's like, bro, like, you can't. It's and that's hip hop was built off that. Hip hop was the most built on that because they took away all of the money to the arts in the inner cities. So it was like, yo, we no longer have access to real instruments. So they started jumping into turntables and they just figured, well, I can just loop this and we can have fun with this. Boom, 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 boom. So it became this da 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 da. But if you pick up a guitar and you want to learn how to play the guitar, what's the first thing you do? You pick a song that you know and you play it.
No shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like, oh, I know, because I know fucking Slim is over here learning the guitar, and he was learning Nirvana,
Yeah.
which is
and
the
it's easy
first,
chords.
The first thing you want to, all right, cool, I'm gonna learn these chords. All right, cool. Now
What was
let me
that,
learn
Teen
another
Spirit?
song. Yeah, of course. And then he starts learning "Come As You Are" too.
Okay.
And so he started learning different chords, and then once you kind of you start building your repertoire, you start bridging chords together from different songs
Right.
with your own little way of playing it, and it's like, oh, it's a whole new piece,
thing, yeah.
but it's still derived from copying.
Fuck.
How else do you start? How else do you start
nothing
on
is fresh.
anything? How else do you start on
Yeah,
anything?
that-
Literally, you walk by copying your parents.
Yeah.
Like, yo, these dudes are. Why am I on my all fours? Like, these fools are walking. Like, I want to start walking.
Yeah. Straight up.
If our parents were always on all fours, none of us would ever stand up on our own too, because it's like that's just not in our head. Why would we? We're mimicking. We mimic words. That's how we learn English. That's how we learn Spanish. Like I started off speaking Spanish first.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I learned English through hip hop and through TV because it's like I would start listening to it. Boom, 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 boom. And that's why literally people tell me like, yo, are you from the East Coast? Because when I start getting excited and shit, I start having like an East Coast dialect because I grew up listening to East Coast hip hop and Wayne's Brothers and Martin and like, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff like that's how I got my English. My English is straight hip hop English. From there, I started fleshing it out more because I'm a little darker skinned Mexican. I can be seen from afar. It was like, well, no, I don't want people thinking that I don't know how to talk either. So I started reading more. Plus, I had a stutter and I had a fucking lisp.
Right.
So to overcompensate for that, I just started learning big ass words for no fucking reason, just so I can make other people feel stupid because I was always ready for battle for someone trying to make me look dumb. Like, no, fuck you indubitably.
Right.
So
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bullshit, but learn at the same time learning.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Like you're always gonna learn by copying.
Yeah.
Like when you started podcasting.
I'm copying out of fucking Howard, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so good.
So I'm learning off Opie and Anthony. That's on straight up.
Okay.
Not Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, that's my.
Which is,
shit.
I think they're better.
Yeah,
I don't like Howard Stern personally.
It was a talk show, relaxed talk radio show that would come in. Comedians would come in and bullshit.
Patrice, I remember I used to listen to all the Patrice ones. He's my
Jim
favorite.
Norton, you know.
Jim Norton is really good too.
O'Neal.
And
so there's a few of them. There's a few of them from
Patrice
New York.
my favorite.
And that's true because we're gonna bring this up next week. But the comedy shit, like
comedy is
in
so
New York,
connected.
it was with Patrice and all of them. But it's fucking blowing up over here in LA with improv and Hollywood Comedy Store.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I knew that
Bert
since back in the day.
Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, Bill Burr when he moved out here.
Yeah.
He's really. I think he's kind of like the godfather to them.
Oh yeah, Bill
Joe
Burr,
Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan became, but the LA scene is
Big
derived
dogs.
from podcasting.
Yeah.
The LA scene, it's like a direct, like growing
because of podcasting.
but it's from podcasting. That's their
getaway, just like this.
That's their comedy seller.
Yeah, but like like the chef.
Yeah,
like they have the comedy, but then we also have the podcast. This is what we do.
Yeah,
and
you
check us
fall
out.
in love with it, man. Like I never knew about David Chang until I saw Mind of a Chef.
Yeah.
No.
No worries.
We're still going.
And but yeah, like Opie and Anthony, like New York shit, like Sirius XM satellite stuff. Like I love that, man. I love open talk and stuff just like this.
Yeah, because
it's badass.
You never know what you're gonna say,
right?
Which is one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing this.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like you would come, we would have these conversations, and literally by the end of it, it'd be like, yo, we should have recorded that,
right?
And that shit, like, I'm like, well, fuck it, let's set up a day, and let's just talk.
Right.
And let's have somewhat of an idea. Because and here's where it becomes repeating. I forgot what I said earlier about the cooking and music, that if I go back into the conversation, I know I'm going to end up repeating myself.
Right. Okay.
Because I straight up forgot everything we said.
Me too. Yeah. By the time now, I did.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And so I started editing. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
shit.
dude, you said that thing.
Yeah.
That shit was really cool. Like, we should have fleshed out more of that, and we should have talked more about this, and we should have talked more about that.
And that's where it was at. Like you said last time, this is going to help me out more, help us out more.
Exactly.
Because I was getting kind of saturated. I was like, fuck, I don't know if I should do this again, do this or not.
Exactly. Nah, fuck that.
And this is more, like it goes back to feelings. It's going back, open,
This is feeling.
Who we are, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. And last week I went to a funeral. I want to just say this, you know what I mean? Just because I went to a funeral, homie. I don't want to say his name just to respect to the family, but he was in the scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all I wanted to do was a podcast with you last week, you know what I mean? Like I was like, it was a funeral, and I was like, oh fuck it, I want to do a podcast.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. That's all I literally want to do is want to fucking talk a little bit, and I don't know why my vibe was different, but I was like, fuck it, you know what I mean?
It's not different. I mean, here's the thing: like we don't have a consistent. We're not consistent.
Right.
So it's hard even for people to say that there's oh, he was different.
Yeah.
4 or 5 down the line, maybe people will be able to be like, oh yeah, man, like the motherfucker was off, or Slumz wasn't talking for some weird reason. What the fuck's up with that shit?
That'll be odd.
They stay talking. I know.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb annoying.
But yeah, then I started thinking like,
this dude actually gonna go deliver Domino's?
Is he?
He is.
I started thinking like passion. It's all about passion.
Well, he's literally talking about like people being snobs, which producers are snobs, man. Oh my god, we're fucking snobs. I'm a snob. I know I am. I try not. Certain people have beat it off of me.
Right.
Giggity. Certain people have pushed it away.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yo, you can't be a snob about it because I'd be surprised by like the music we did, and it's like, bro, like how can I be like I didn't like mumble rap for the longest. I was like, nah, I ain't listening to that shit. That shit ain't real. Nah. And then I heard two of my favorite MCs and creators ever, Run the Jewels, talk about it, and they're like, so we stay bumping that shit. And like Killer Mike and LP, like LP Def Jux was like a direct reason why I started producing, and reason why, like, I'm like, if this fool right here is saying some of the most weirdo bars, like there's no reason why I shouldn't be doing whatever I want. Like this dude is crazy. And Killer Mike, like his quick rise, drop, and then rise again, to me is insane. Plus he's always like super intellectual, always saying real shit.
Because he did drop.
Yeah, he rose with the Andre and Big Boy,
and
then Outkast, and then fell, and then he started doing the Pledge series, and he started growing up because he didn't want to do no fake shit. Even though I still bump Adidas, I love Adidas, and fake shit to him, and that's where it was, because they were like, oh, we listen to mumble rap, we like the motherfuckers spit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, if the dudes who inspire me are getting inspired by this, how much of an idiot am I to not listen to it?
Right.
So then I started kind of bumping into it.
Run the Jewels came back with Run Jewels too.
Yeah, like Run the Jewels is my shit. Like I have their fucking record up.
Yeah, and then like came out political too though. He's into politics.
It started off just spitting. Right. And then it's slowly kind of growing into more, because they again, it's kind of like this, where they started off just doing something, and then eventually people fell in love with who they were, and they were allowed to be themselves more and more, to where now people know, oh, LP's name is Jamie, and Killer Mike's name is Michael Render. Like, people know their names. People know they're both married. They know Killer Mike's wife, Big Sugar. They know Jamie just got married. They know he's trying to quit smoking. Like, they were allowed to be so open that they're just wide open now at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is dope. But
this day and age is normal.
In this day and age is normal, but it's hard to be yourself fully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To like really go toe to toe with the NRA, and for your friend who likes guns, for you to be like, I don't fuck with guns, but that's my boy. Like, if you think that's gonna stop our friendship, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Which is what happened with Killer Mike and LP. Killer Mike's a big advocate of guns.
Yeah.
LP is from New York.
Liberal.
He don't really fuck with guns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Aside from whatever it is, but so it's that they were allowed to be themselves more and more, which is what we're doing now. Which is what ended up happening with David Chang and Roy Choi was they are these chefs. They have these boom boom boom, but they've allowed people to enter their lives, and they were able to be themselves so truthfully that people just they want more of them.
Yeah,
like
connected.
the reality
it's
of them.
It's a connection of a personality, of a real person.
It's
Not
real.
a personality, a real person.
The reality of it, man, and that's you know what I mean. Like, that's where he's talking about, like, yo, man, people are being snobs because I like Domino's.
Yeah,
and it's like sometimes Domino's is good, even though he's a chef.
Yeah,
I'm a producer, and if I go, oh, like I like listening to.
It's all about connecting with people, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Connecting with...
Allowing yourself to be inspired.
Yeah, inspired. Yeah.
Allow yourself to be inspired, man. Some people, sometimes they'll be like, nah, I don't fuck with none of that digital shit. It's analog all day. Okay, that's cool. If you only want to create with analog, that's your preference. Right. But for you to say, I don't like any of it, you have to listen to all of it.
How far are you going to go with that, though?
Yeah, and not even that. Like, why wouldn't you allow yourself to be surprised?
Yeah.
Like,
you might like it.
Like, yeah, you might like I don't like 21 Savage.
You don't?
I don't.
Okay.
But I like some of his music. Like, there's songs where I'm like, yo, you motherfucker spit on this one. The one with J. Cole, of course, because J. Cole's on it. I'm like, I have to hear it.
A lot?
Yeah, a lot. But to me, it was like, man, that's an oldie sample. Like, I flipped that sample so many times. Yeah. And because as Mexicans, we all grew up to oldies.
That sound. La, la,
yeah,
la,
we grew up. Yeah, we all grew up to oldies and stuff like that. So I didn't know that not everyone grew up like that.
I think what keeps me closest, keeps you young too, is Slim. Connecting to them. Mm-hmm. I have a nephew. We were driving down from San Diego this past weekend, and he put on Benny the Butcher.
Nice.
And I put that on my podcast. I'm just like, I'm like, I like that song. My
he's
nephew
so
introduced
dope.
me to that song. I'm like, oh shit, dude! Like,
Yep.
he made me so proud. I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
And we were grabbing it. He put that song. I'm like, dude.
Spitting.
But the next one was a mumble song.
Yeah.
So I see the diversity.
My other nephew put me onto Lil Skies, and I'm
Yeah.
like, as soon as he said, you want to listen to Lil Skies? I'm like, that shit's trash. He played like 2 songs, and I'm like, all right, that shit's pretty dope.
I was like, oh shit, man, I'm fucking happy listening to
YB and
that.
Cordae. I didn't want
Yeah.
to listen to YB and Cordae for the longest because of YB and Monica.
Right.
Because I knew the other ones. I didn't like their music. There's some stuff that was pretty cool, but I didn't like the music. And then I seen him spitting with Anderson .Paak. Yeah. So he got the Anderson .Paak cosign. So I'm like, I have to listen to this shit. I'm so glad.
Hey, man, why do people like Anderson .Paak so much, man? I mean, to me, he's okay, but he's not like a West Coast cat. Like I know.
Because he's eclectic. Here, all right. So here's why I like Anderson .Paak. I grew up listening, like when I started trying to take this shit seriously, 2012, around the same time as you, one of the artists or groups that like inspired a lot of the moves I started, like there was like, I was using them as guidelines, was Knock Steady, which was Dumbfounded, Big Wax, Herbal, Anderson .Paak, which was Breezy Lovejoy at the time, and DJ Zoe. So all of those dudes.
Oh, so Anderson .Paak's not a new head?
No.
So he's been doing this for a long time?
Yes.
So he just blew up?
Yes. That's one of the reasons. So he started off as Breezy Lovejoy.
Okay.
With Dumbfounded. Yeah. So they did a song Cell Phone, boom, boom, boom. And his flow was all right. I like Big Wax's verse more, but the hook was dope. The dude can sing. And so from there, he started doing covers. And then he kind of broke away in a way. He had his own band, the Free Nationals. And what I started seeing how much he was working without it being pointed out that he was there. So he was one of the studio drummers in Sway in the Morning. So like there's this shit where Crooked Eye goes there to spit freestyle. And you know, he's just gonna go in there and he's gonna start spitting and shit like that. And they're putting the lyrics on there. And who's on the drums? Anderson .Paak. But it's not highlighted. It's not like, oh, Anderson .Paak on the drums.
And that's when we started hearing like, oh, the Anderson .Paak.
He was just a drummer.
Flows.
No, he was nobody. He was literally just a drummer there. But I knew him because I remembered him from all the Knock Steady and the Dumbfounded and all the show. I'm like, oh, dang, that's Breezy Lovejoy right there. Yeah. But by that point, I think he was already redesigning his sound. He did, it was Venice. He did Venice. Venice was him trying out multiple sounds while still trying to keep it true to himself. He was singing, he was rapping, he did drugs. From there, he started working with Knowledge from Stone's Throw, which is a great cosign because Stone's Throw, he has like the direct Madlib Dilla sound, very swingy, very dope. After that, he dropped Suede with him, and then he dropped Malibu. Boom, which is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard. Very musical. He has features from Game. He has features from. He has production from High Tech. Talib's producer. He has a feature from Talib. He has. That should probably died on me. It's all good. Right. And probably to put batteries. Yeah. And then he had the shit from Nice Wonder. Nice Wonder got on it and shit. And then from there he started getting features with Rhapsody, and he was one of the only additional features on Tribe album.
Right.
So he started, and then he finally blew up with the Compton.
Okay.
Which I didn't like anything that was on Compton. Nothing like really moved me, but I was happy to see him on there and shit. So.
Because he got co-signed by Dre, or he
got co-signed by Dre. He got picked up by Dre. And that's where he signed. Dre don't sign people. Yeah. But he signed him, quote unquote, and he signed Kendrick like maybe a year before that. And you saw what happened with Kendrick. Yeah. So the idea is, oh damn, like either two things are gonna happen with Anderson .Paak. One, he's gonna have another rise like Kendrick, or he's gonna get shelved. Because Dre was known for shelving people.
He does.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he gets people, boom, boom, but Anderson .Paak was hungry by then. Like, the dude was 30 by then.
He's still hungry, man.
Stays hungry.
He's still hungry, yeah.
So he was 30 and he was still knew what it was like to be broke. So it was like, oh man, I'm not slowing down. Fuck that. Yeah. Bang, 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 bang. So he started pushing it and shit like that. Yeah. All right, hold on real quick. Let me put batteries on there.
Yeah. Take a break. We're going to take a break. Come back.
Yeah. Take a break. All right, guys. So I think that was cool talking. I don't remember what half the things to talk about. But what I did do earlier is I posted asking if y'all had any questions for us. That shit looks like it's tilted. Fuck it. We're just going to rock with it.
You live that tilted life.
And luckily, some people actually want to talk about some stuff, man.
All right, thanks.
So let's see. I'm not talking about Donald Trump. Too many people.
Was that a real thing? Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
shit.
So, all right, we got this one from the homie DN. I don't even know why. Why do you, Enzo, my guy? You gotta make your shit readable so I can just like pick
His
it up.
Tag or whatever.
Yeah, his name is DNIIIMOSNE. I don't know what it is. My guy. All right, Enzo, the homie, after I shit on him, goes for the upcoming year or artist producers you want to collab with. All right, you start off, man. What's the goals you got for 2020?
2020, my goals for this year. I was just knocking out more episodes, man. Knocking out more episodes and having. It's the last time I don't want to interview artists, but I want to, I do want to interview more artists.
Interviews,
yeah. Expand more. We always talked about expanding from Los Central. We're looking at LA, San Diego. We're looking.
Yeah.
So we're doing more. That's my
doing
goal.
More.
Yeah.
Doing more. That's always a good goal.
Yeah.
I want to do more.
I mean, we're already doing enough. We're doing a lot.
We're doing a lot, but
Yeah.
we're not. Like it's you can always do more. That's the thing. You can always do more, but there's always people doing less. So if you compare yourself to the people doing less, it's like, oh yeah, I'm fucking killing the game. Yeah. But it's like, come on, man. Don't compare yourself to them. Compare yourself to people who are always gonna be.
Stay more active. You know what I mean?
Stay more active.
That's what I want to do this year.
Yeah.
I don't really like 20. I don't do that whole goal shit at the end of the year.
Goals.
Yeah, I'm just fucking. I just go with it. How about you, man?
My goals. I want to drop more consistently. I want to. Like my big goal for 2020 is to get a major placement, musically. I think I'm getting there. I think I'm close. I've had a few misses. I've you know what I mean, like, but I feel like it's getting there. People I want to collab with, anybody and everybody, man. Honestly, I don't charge for collabs. It seems dumb in terms of like producer collabs. If you buy a beat from me, by all means, we're technically already collabing. And yeah, man.
I think one of my goals too is like another 8 Fest.
Hate Fest?
8 Fest? Like another 8 Fest?
Oh, 8 Fest. I'm like, Hate Fest? Fuck
Hate
yeah,
Fest
I'm
would be
down.
badass.
I'm
Hate
down for
Fest?
hating on shit, yeah.
Well, eventually,
hate.
the podcast is going to be called I Hate Podcast at one point.
Not
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. It was
I
one of the
hate
idea.
podcasts?
Yeah. I was like, nah. That's too hardcore. That's too fucking metal.
It's too metal. Yeah. Tips for local artists from the homie Disby the Twin.
What was that?
Tips for local artists.
Oh, that's on
It's
you
from
right there.
Disby the Twin, a.k.a. Danny. Yeah. Stop calling yourself local. You have the internet. There's no such thing as local artists. And if you are going to call yourself local, don't think it's a bad thing. I consider myself local because I don't want to leave the Imperial Valley, even though I've been offered to go leave places. It's like, why? I love it here. It's cheap. It's I know where all the good food spots are at. I have my family nearby. And because we live here, I can drive to San Diego and LA. Yeah. So,
yeah. There.
And if a motherfucker lives in LA, guess what? They're local too. So shut up. Like, we have the internet. Local is global. So,
yeah, straight up, right? Because once your publication goes on the internet,
which is really easy.
Yeah, it goes global.
Which is crazy easy because you have
worldwide.
SoundCloud, YouTube for free.
Yeah.
You go through DistroKid and you can put all your
like
shit
this shit
on
can be
Apple
watched
Music.
in China or
Man. I don't know who
I mean, don't videos get banned for some reason?
They do.
Honestly,
They
I think
do.
I was looking at the YouTube.
shit.
I think my bondage episode.
All right.
The band, no, not the bondage word, but the
Oh.
band from Calexico is the bondage episode. I forgot what it was. It's the YouTube, but it got banned. It's banned from YouTube.
Mark of the bondage.
Just probably the word bondage.
The word bondage.
That's
yeah.
what I think it is. Yeah.
Like, oh, 5 dudes talking about bondage? I don't think so. Not
Exactly.
today.
I think
Not
it's the
today,
name.
my guy. Keep that shit in your pants. So that's pretty much it, man. Anything you're doing locally can be done globally. You know what I mean? Like, I had a conversation with someone about that where it's like, oh, like, you know, he lived in Arizona in a big city, and he was like, how do I do it? And I'm like, bro, just do it. Just go to a local. Like, local isn't bad, man, unless you're like your mentality's local. If your mentality's local, well, you're fucked either way. You know what I mean? Be happy where you're at, get a job at the city, and, you know, call it a wrap. If your mentality isn't local, then it's not. You know what I mean? Just be happy with it, man. I still consider like Eddie Zuko local-ish. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
still shouts out the Imperial Valley and stuff like that.
Well, when you said Phoenix or Arizona, like he's
Yeah.
talking about that shit on the new track. You know,
Yeah.
Phoenix, Arizona, Colorado River.
Yeah, you know
I'm
what I mean?
what the
Like
fuck?
it's giving love,
Yeah.
you know, to where he's from. He hasn't forgotten about it yet.
Yeah.
You know. Shout out to the guy.
My advice for local artists, yeah, same shit. You know what I mean? We'll pass that local artists, but keep working. You know, keep creating, keep doing what you guys have to do. Keep pushing out music.
Yeah.
You know, keep doing it.
Yeah,
And
man.
it doesn't hurt to do. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's really easy to get paid locally.
Yeah.
Dumb easy. If
Yeah.
you check, you know what I mean? Like the music that I create, like the shit I write to is very local in aspect because like I said earlier, the music I make is derived from atmosphere.
Go on tours. My thing is go on tours. You know, fucking hit the road.
And it's dumb easy to go on tour
Hit the
for the
road.
most part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's bars.
I've
there's
noticed that
places
people out here
everywhere.
don't do that much. It's
They
go on the
don't know
road.
how. It doesn't make sense to them
Why not?
because
It's like flipping my hair back.
stop it. Because no one's done it yet.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Literally, it's really easy to do it when you think about it. And if someone does, and no one's done it right. People have tried it, but they either don't have enough support or they rely on too much support. So it's either one or the other. One is they want everyone to fuck with it, like, oh, yo, love me, look what I'm doing. Right. Or two, they just don't tell no one that they're doing it.
Yeah,
they
well,
just,
this thing like
they
the
just
bands,
pop
like the
up.
bands, they say like, you know, we'll play it to 3 people, to like fucking 10 people, to like whoever band, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what size the audience. It doesn't matter how big the show is.
And what makes it a tour? Here's the thing: if you're gonna say go on tour, what makes it a tour? A tour, what would you define a tour being?
City to city, you know, make a tour, you know, a date, go from one city to one city, drop a show in LA, drop a show in San Diego.
So it has to
drop
be a big
show-
city.
Bakersfield, drop a show in Fresno, drop a show in Yuma.
Okay, so like let's say
drop a show in-
let's say an artist right now today, I'm gonna go on quote unquote tour. What would he have to do?
What I would do if you were my artist, I'd be
Yeah.
like, all right, let's do a little small tour real quick. You know, we got the holidays coming up. Let's go. Let's hit up San Diego. Let's hit up Yuma. Let's hit up Phoenix. Let's hit up. Let's go to Vegas. Keep it southern. Bakersfield, San Francisco. If you want to go all the way over there, do different shows. Book some shows, venues, little small shows. Maybe a festival here and there. Try to get on a festival and make a logo, a platform. Yeah, flyer. There you go. And then go on tour. Hit it up. I know it sounds easy, but once you do it, it's like okay.
Okay, so here's the
whole
thing.
thing.
Like the first thing you got to think about. All right, cool, gas money.
Right.
All right, so like let's say
Yeah, you have to plan it out.
you have to plan it out. Because let's say all right, we're gonna do a tour. We'll call it I-8 tour.
Right, yeah.
We
Yeah, I'll
drive.
fucking sponsor
we
you guys,
drive
man. Let
I-8.
me know, yeah.
We ride I-8
Right.
up until we'll say the Redlands.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot.
Right.
Dumb easy. You have San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
right? Hit that, boom, quick. Or you start small. We'll start at the Redlands. 1, Yuma. 2, Imperial Valley. 3,
Right.
San Diego. 4.
Palm Springs, if anything.
Palm
Come back.
Springs. Go up. Boom.
Yeah. You know,
Cool.
so it's all
It's a five.
local,
It's a
4, 5, 6.
5 city tour.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's really all you say with confidence. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, I did a fucking tour. I did it out here. Gang gang.
Yeah, it's possible.
You know
It
what
is
I mean?
possible.
When you think about it like that, right? And if you're a rapper and stuff like that, literally be just you and a producer, maybe, or just you and a USB stick.
yeah. Get a van if you want to rent a van.
You
I mean,
fill up in Yuma,
yeah.
get the cheap gas,
Right. Yeah.
and then you ride it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's true because San Diego bands they want to come out here, but there's no venues. Twilight, but it's a trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of
You know what I mean? But
grungy.
they want to come out here to play the punk
Yeah.
bands because small, it's cool. You know what I mean? Then they go to
I think
Phoenix.
Jared Kayak Club, he's gonna start doing a lot more like that.
Then it's like, you know,
which his
it's a
spot
pit
is
stop,
nice.
man. This valley is a pit stop for the artists.
It's a cool pit stop.
Yeah.
It's a dope pit stop. You can do a lot. And I think, like I said, artists just need to start treating it for what it is. It's like, yo, this is bass, you know, bass, tag, freeze. You know what I mean? Like, you can get out of it. So, yeah, doing a tour would be easy. I think it'd be VOS, Slim, Enzo, and Paz.
Why do you change
talking
it?
about doing, I
VOS
don't
is
know.
Paz, just in case.
I don't know.
Whoever keeps
You
up
gotta talk to them. I'm a horrible, like...
Why?
I'm a horrible like yeah, dude. They probably
Yeah.
told me and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm horrible with that shit. Like, yo, we doing this. Like, all right, cool, do it. I don't care, man. Like, I'm sticking on making beats.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm bad with that shit.
What else you got, man?
All right, next one was the homie A Rocha Tattoos and I think Brandon 24 Carats. I guess they're talking about the same thing. How the alien saviors project musical ideas into your head during sleep.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Aliens and shit, my guy.
I think it's all a preference. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this guy likes this. Let's fucking.
They're trying to dumb us. They're trying to dumb us down.
Yeah,
They're trying to dumb us down
Yeah.
with you know what? All right, cool. Taking away the alien shit of it, I do feel like ideas are like waves.
Yeah.
Like, whereas if it's like you got a wave coming, and if I don't grab that wave, it'll keep going to someone else. Because there'll be an idea I'll have, and I just forget about it, or I just don't grab it at the time. And then someone else will be like, yo, I got this idea. And I'm like, fuck, I had that same idea. So it's like, yeah, man. Yeah, I guess the aliens are fucking trying to implant shit in our heads. Which is cool, man. They're trying to elevate us, my guy.
Yeah.
So we can finally reach their mental fortitude. And then they'll start
That's
talking
where I'm
to
trying
us.
to get.
And then it can be like Rick and Morty shit.
Trying to get their knowledge.
Trying to get that knowledge.
Hell yeah. That's a good question. I like that question.
Fucking alien brains. The homie Fabi, of course, with his normal question, whack rappers.
Shout him out?
No, he just said
what about him?
Whack rappers, and I think what's the emoji?
Whack
A cake. Is that a cake? Whack rappers and soup. Whack rapper soup.
There's no such thing as a whack rapper. Okay, there is, but
there is. There very much is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. I was a whack rapper.
Yeah.
You know, some people will learn, some people don't, and those who don't will kindly talk behind their back. But sometimes you can learn to grow from being a whack rapper. You really can if you want to. If you want to, that's the biggest thing. And there's some people who are like, nah, it's my sound. And it's like, your sound is trash, my guy. But yeah, man, you keep rocking with that shit. I guess. Yeah. What do I know, man? I'm fucking old. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, yo, your shit is garbage, my guy. But 1,000 people might like it. Yeah. And if you charge those 1,000 people $10,
there's so many artists that I don't even know about. Then I'm like, why is this guy blowing up?
Every day I'll see, like, I'll get like an IG like spam, and I'm like, hey bro, really? Like, I'm in competition with you?
Like the lunch table, you know, heard of that shit? That show?
Lunch table?
The lunch table?
Lunch table.
Yeah, I think it's called from LA. I think that's, or they're from LA, it's a podcast. But they're always interviewing different cats and like young cats. And every now and then I'll click on the artist that they interview. And I'm just like, fuck, this guy sucks.
He can't talk.
But he has a following, but like, fuck, this guy sucks.
Yeah. And it's like crazy. Like, is it hate following? Is it real following? Because there's people who like, you have to also take into account. Some people will follow you to see your demise. It's like, yo, this dude is garbage. Yeah. Let's get him on everything that's famous and just laugh at him.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like, oh man, like why you let them do that to you, my guy? Why are you letting them hurt you? No, come on, man. Like, look.
Well, it's just the internet nowadays with the yodeling cat and fucking.
UPS is hiring right now. It's seasonal. Right? You get started. You know what I mean? You do a good job. And eventually, if you do a really good job, UPS will offer you a full-time position. And, you know, not for nothing, they pay really good. They got good benefits. I heard that a lot. You know what I mean? I've applied there from time to time. And, you know, you start getting your Class B license. And then from Class B, you go really quick into driving a rig.
Quick, 9 years.
Oh man, they're from UPS. You can always, like, if let's say UPS doesn't want to promote you, you can always do a horizontal promotion and just go to FedEx and share them the secrets of the shit. You know what I mean? And then FedEx, like, they're more citywide. So in San Diego, you know, FedEx will pay really good, not like UPS. UPS more rural and stuff like that. But then you bump up with FedEx, and then if you really want that government job, so you already got UPS, you already got FedEx on the resume. So then you throw it under USPS, you know, United States Postal Services, rain, sleet, or snow, baby. And then you start working for them, and now you're technically a government official. You can tell your mom, like, yo, I'm practically working for the city, but federally. So it's kind of like you're a cop, but you're not. And you know what I mean? And you can get like those rural jobs. You know what I mean? So now, boom, bang, you got that job. You straight, you good. Think 20 years into it, you can retire. Bam. And you got that UPS money, the FedEx money, and now, all right, so you did that shit at 20. Now you're 50. You retired. You got that postal service money. Now with those you're 50. You get that government check. The apocalypse hasn't hit yet, but you know it's coming. You throw some of that money and you build like an underground shit, and you fill it up, and then you just wait for the apocalypse to come, and boom, bang, boom, you a ruler of the apocalypse. Like, you straight, you got long term shit. You know what I mean? And all of that can be done if you just accept the fact that you're a whack rapper, and you probably shouldn't be doing this shit.
So you should stick to rapping or not rapping, man. Fuck.
Man. UPS is always hard. Or Costco. Costco's where it's at. Honestly,
the ladder up.
I think if I ever got hired at Costco, I'd probably
you just fucking pictured my other life. If I didn't have this. That's everybody though.
Everybody, man.
Fuck.
Yo, sometimes just saying fuck it is cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes just saying fuck it is cool, my
Yeah.
guy. Honestly, I'm cool with never getting famous because I already know my nephews are starting to rap.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he makes beats. I'm like, all right, little motherfucker, wait. As soon as they turn 10, I'm gonna test them, see how good they got. If they got cool flow, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm about to crisscross these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yep. Ah, bitch.
Yeah.
Hopefully it caught my rant. Yeah, it did.
I hope so. Fuck yeah, that's a fucking dope ass rant. Hell yeah. But I don't know. That's just fucking badass. I don't want to keep doing this. I'm glad we're doing this. You know what I mean? I don't want to work for UPS right now at the time.
They stopped hiring. They already got all the season.
I know, right?
You don't gotta
I
worry
want to
about
stick it to this shit.
Fuck
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna play it in the back after all of this, man. If y'all stick around, by all means, thank you. I appreciate y'all. What I'm gonna play a song that I did with the homie Arc Styles. It's called Misunderstood. I produced it, we recorded, mixed it, boom, 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 and it's just kind of something for y'all, man. And which one are you gonna play?
Let me see. Keep talking. Let me try to figure out. Find my text real quick.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
It's a band. I'm gonna play a band.
All right.
I just gotta find the number real quick. He sent it to me last week. Oh, we got 24 Hour Sunset. It's a homie. Hold up, Nick.
Hold up.
We're going to play Thanks to Life Tonight. Oh, this is a band called More Than Circles.
More Than Circles?
Yeah, More Than Circles. They're old. Yeah, they're local. They're from El Centro. I found about it last week. So I'll probably play The Fallen. It's called from the homie Nick, Loon, and Venice. They're from El Centro.
Dope.
Yeah, so I'll probably play them.
Yeah, man.
If I do. I'm going to text them once I get it approved.
And if not, I mean...
Yeah, if not, I'll play something else. If not, we'll just stop with yours. Yeah.
All right, man. So thank y'all for tuning in and shit, I guess. And listening. We'll talk about... See y'all again next week.
Cool. Peace.